if you would ask me this, Bob, you are the boss of a startup. Your job is to create the next generation guitar slash bass amplifier. How would you go about it? What would be your user requirement specification? Now, this is what I was going to write down as a requirement specification. But before I'm describing to you that, let me just explain my background and a little bit of my gears here. Early 90s, I purchased my first DSP guitar amp from Zoom. I think the model was 505. I have it somewhere here, but I couldn't find it tonight. But as soon as I find it, I include that clip in the video. It was fantastic. It was a digital signal processor with multi-effect. I was very happy with it. It was like had a foot pedal. Very happy for many years with it. Fast forward many years after, I got the acoustic guitar over there, the Yamaha semi-acoustic. Fast forward a little more after that, I felt the need. I have to be able to hook it up to a proper amp, so I purchased the that guy over there. It's a THR acoustic modeler, which I'm super happy with. But it only has acoustic tones. By the way, it also has microphone input with reverb. It's a very kind of a Swiss army of products of guitar amp. But then I got that guy over there, a Yamaha guitar, electric guitar. I forgot the name. I forgot the model name now. I'll find it out. Which I'm super happy. I purchased this secondhand last year, and I do a lot of gigs here at my house and elsewhere. So there were quite a few alternatives to go about. How can I get Pink Floyd, David Gilmour, Mark Knopfler, Dire Straits tones, and many other tones in terms of electric guitar amplification? Because the THR amp over there is certainly acoustic. So I just looked around and around and around. So now going back to my question, if you would ask me today, what would be your wish list, your user requirement specification? I would describe the following to you. I would say I want a tiny little amp that doesn't take so much place, because I already have this amp. I already have a hi-fi system out there in the hall. I have a whole bunch of boombox here and there. One is over there, is from Cambridge Audio. So form factor should be very tiny, as tiny as possible. On top of that, so I would just be able to attach that straight to my guitar, either the acoustic or the semi-acoustic. But so that would be the base requirement. And of course, you should have multitude of effects, everything from distortion to you name it, everything that this Yamaha amp lacks. And if I would go further, I would say this little gadget should be able to, because I'm obviously a headphone guy, and you see that the mannequin over there with the headphone on. We do binaural recording, a lot of binaural recordings from headphones and so on. I would be able to play this guitar, just connect this gadget to my guitar at nights whenever I feel for it, connect a headphone to it, and just just jam along and just hear myself, hear the guitar. And on top of that, I should be able to do some special audio binaural psychoacoustic effects, like placing the guitar amp in the space where I would like to have it. That there's already a product for that in the market. I'm gonna mention it later on. So that would be some kind of a psychoacoustic feature that you can just, you get this out of head experience while you're playing the guitar. Quiet, just through the headphones by connecting a headphone to this gadget. So that would be one thing. And then I would also like to be able to connect that little gadget to my Mac, to my iPhone. Have it as a user USB audio interface to be able to transfer the signal as clean as possible to my DAWs, whether it's GarageBand or Nuendo Steinberg, which I have, and just record it. That would be another cool feature. I would like to have as many pedals as possible. Like we're talking about wah-wah pedal to rotary pedal to all sort of distortion, long reverb effects like shimmer effects and so on. While I'm at it, I would also add that I would like to control this little gadget by proper app on my iPhone or iPad. All the facets of this little gadget, be able to control it, because while I'm doing my home gigs here, then I would just place this iPhone, just mount it there, and be able to just click through different tones, so that we can just cycle through different tones when we play different styles of songs. So that would be another. To have an proper app. And then also that would be super fun and super useful to have while we jam, because sometimes we have some audio files, songs as a background. So that would be cool to just feed this app with some audio, and then have it as in background, whether I'm on my headphones or I'm connected to my hi-fi speakers, to have that background track and just play around, just jam along with it. While we are at that, let's also be able to connect any videos from, for example, YouTube. Well, there are tons of background tracks with no guitar leads, so you can just jam along with it and practice with it. But also, while you're at that, you could also, because this gadget has multiple tones and multiple effects and multiple sounds, presets, why not to be able to, if I give it a video sample of any background track, be able to mark different time frames, time marks, and be able to switch automatically, just program it so the gadget knows that okay, now I'm playing Pink Floyd Comfortably Numb at minute 1.3, switch over to another tone, kind of a lead, and then switch it further 1 minute after that to another tone, and so forth and so on. That would be super helpful. But also I would like to have a tuner on this, so I can just tune the guitar. So now 2024, few days ago from now. This is March, what is it, 21st, 20. Uh, and I'm hooked up to many audio, to many music YouTubers on YouTube. All of a sudden, I see this flood of reviews and demos of a particular product, and I start to watch them. I said, "Well, damn, this is exactly what I had in mind. That would be just super cool to have all these features in one gadget, one toy, not a toy, but a proper thing." So I start to watch all of them. I mean, I think I watched maybe 10, 15 reviews and demos of this product. And I told myself, okay, you know what? They did it big time this time. But how much would that cost? I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, with all these features, this would be cost at least $300-400 that I have to shell out to get this. Now, before I reveal who made this, let me tell you this. Yamaha Line 6. Line 6 has created a wireless transmitter, so I can just hook it to my semi-acoustic guitar and just hook it to the amp, just be completely wireless. And in fact, the THR acoustic modular there, it's also has battery on board, so I could be just completely wireless. I could play, go to a mountain like David Gilmour plays on Learning to Fly and just jam along. That transmitter costs around $109. And for the last 3 years, I've always wanted to buy it, because that would be a super cool feature to have. Line 6, fantastic. Yeah, I have their native Helix native. And oh, by the way, now I remember another feature would be this. That this is a very important feature for me. Since I'm a big Pink Floyd fan and Dire Straits fan, I would love to have presets or tones that are customized, that replicates, let's say, David Gilmour's Comfortably Numb lead guitar or another Brick in the Wall. I would love to have that instead of just fiddling around myself with all these effects and configuring all these parameters. That would be super cool to just download. I would even pay for it, like we used to do for native for Line 6 Helix native. I would just pay for it and get it in, so I can just jam. Like, I finally can have David Gilmour's tones and just play along with it and just play different Floyd tracks. That would be super cool, right? Just to be able to download to this gadget other users, thousands of other users' presets that they graciously spent so much time and created those tones. That would be excellent to have. That's a main feature of this gadget should be. And so when I watch these videos, it dawned on me, minute after minute, video after video, from so many different channels, that they made it. They did it. One brand did it, and they actually beat my favorite brands when it comes to music. Two brands, Yamaha and Line 6, and Line 6 is owned by Yamaha. This product is not from Yamaha or Line 6, which if I was Line 6 or Yamaha, I would say, you know what, it's time to actually develop such a product. This is from another Japanese company and brand, which I never owned any product from before. Now, speaking of the target user for this, you see, that's very interesting. Many of these videos, they were asking themselves, who's the target customer? Who's the target customer for this? Well, for me, it was crystal clear. This was existing customers of their line, but also a whole bunch of new customers, because this is a very unique niche product. This could be a perfect gateway to get into their brands. Now it's time to reveal for you who made this gadget. Yeah, is a company. By now you probably know which company this is. This is a company that made a lot of pedals, a lot of effect pedals for guitar and bass for many decades. And I actually, of course, I heard their brand name many times over, but I actually didn't know who actually owns this brand or company. I don't know if they're a separate company or not. But this is also from Japan, my favorite, my beloved country when it comes to music instruments. Yeah, I mean, Yamaha, and I love Japan. It's like I'm a big fan of Japan. So let me just show this to you. That's it. This is it. This is a Boss Katana. And I'm not saying katana like Americans use it. I'm like katana. I believe this is a Japanese word. Katana Go. That's it. This is the little gadget they made possible. All these features that I just mentioned for you. I mean, it's like 17 minutes have gone. I'm a very slow talker though, but this is it. This is what they made. And so regarding the price, I was pretty certain that this would cost at least $300, because during the review and demo, many of these people, they said, you know what, there was a previous product called WAZA, WAZA, Boss WAZA, which was a headphone with a head tracker in it. They had the same feature where you can spatial audio, kind of a psychoacoustic binaural feature, which is very dear to me. Which when then put the headphone on and you jam on your guitar, you can place the amp in different places in the space around you. Not only that, see, when this product has a head tracker and it knows where you are, when you move around with your head just a tiny bit or just more, the algorithm knows where the guitar amp should be, so it's fixed in the space. So that gives you this fantastic illusion of being there in a room or in a space bigger than a room, stadium, thanks to this head tracker. Now, this little guy doesn't have that head tracker, obviously, because you can hook any headphone. It's not a WAZA headphone with head tracker. Maybe if you thought that, boss, you could create a little head tracker, and then maybe we can have head tracking in this as well. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention one thing. When it comes to accessories for this, you can have at least by now you can have two accessories, which one of which is a pedal with just two simple pedal, Bluetooth. Oh, I forgot to mention another thing, that you can have Bluetooth in its device. You can just stream any audio into it for jamming along with it. But also you're able also to connect other accessories like the foot pedal. Yeah, so you can just switch between tones. And there's another, so that cost I don't know, $150, pretty expensive. There's another accessory which I'll maybe eventually will have to buy, although it's very expensive, $165, which is a expression pedal that you can control the volume but also the wall effect. Wow, Anyway, so two accessories are connectable to this little gadget. Let me show you this. And so I just already unboxed it, captured it binaurally. This is it. A little tiny midget, and build quality, it's okay. It's nothing to write home about. It's hard plastic, and then this thing is bendable now, and there's a volume on it. I'm sure there are tons of videos you can watch when it comes to feature description of this product that are much better than mine here. So I just invite you to go just cruise on YouTube and find those. Yeah, this hooks into the guitar. Now, for the first time, I'll see if this fits my... That guitar is from 2006, I believe. There is a peculiar thing with this guitar. Let me bring it over so you can see. That is that the jack is actually hidden on the back side, and I'm very curious if it actually fits. Of course it should fit, but I'm not going to be able to see the display because there's a tiny display on this device. Now the output here is here. Let's do this together for the first time. So of course this goes in here. Yep, and it actually flush with the back side here. I could do this, I could do this, and then no, I cannot turn it around. Just it goes in two different directions. Yeah, that's it. So this would be the way I would play. Now let me just try to hold it and see if it really works physically. But this is a weird guitar. Yeah, because the way I hold this guitar, that thing is all the way there in the back, so it doesn't even touch anything at all. So that's good. And thanks to the app, there's no need to see the display at all. So yeah, that was a short description, or rather long description of this gadget. I think what Roland and Boss did here, they did something that maybe Line 6 and Yamaha had in mind to do, or maybe they are doing it as of now, as we talk. They are developing such a product, because I mean, all they need to do is just bring all the the fantastic THR effects into a little tiny Line 6 transmitter. By the way, they could do it even wireless. Instead of headphone, just do it wireless. So we can just wirelessly connect it to any THR model, or any Bluetooth. No, not actually Bluetooth, but either line out from that, and be able to wirelessly transmit the signal back to one of these THR amps. Yeah, that's it. After this, I can't wait to hook it up, connect a few headphones like this Hi-Fi Man, or Sennheiser HE6XX, or my COS, or IEMs, and listen to it. Yeah. Nice. See you later. Thanks for watching.